Hello, everybody out there in the land of make believe. Uncle Barko here, and I just updated my screen capture program, and it's tripping me out. It is tripping me out, dudes. Whoa! So that's not what this video is about. I just opened up the thing, and I'm like, whoa, man. Okay, so what is this video about? This video is about. I'm always saying art is. 10% vision and 90% remembering what your particular vision is. But also, art is 90% failure and 10% trying to fix whatever it is you screwed up. Last couple of days, I've worked on some projects. I've gotten into them and been like, okay, this is all garbage. This is all garbage. So and there's a parable in the Principia Discordia. Discordia. Hail, Iris. And it's the parable of the weak tea. I'll put it up. It'll be up on the screen here. You can pause it and read it. But yeah, it happens sometimes where I will start on an endeavor and get halfway in and go, oh, this is garbage. So for instance, with this one, get over here. So over here you can see the sketch I started with, and I had no idea what I was doing. I started with just I wanted to do some sort of a field. I wanted to use mushrooms. I wanted it to be not non-linear. I wanted to do a non-linear mushroom field. I don't need your criticism, kitty. So I started off with the sketch over here, and I worked on it for a while, and the sketch turned out okay. To my eye, it looked okay. It was neat. It's kind of cool looking. It's a cool designy looking type of thing. All of the things were where I wanted them, and the sizing was right, aspect was right, it looked right. So then I started coloring it in, and there was really only one way you could color it in however you want. But really, there's two kinds of magic mushrooms. There's the ugly gray ones, gray, brown, tan mushrooms, and then there's the pretty red ones. So of course I'm going to do the pretty red ones, and then they're on grass. So the grass is green, the mushrooms are red, they got white dots. Bing bang boom. I got there's not a lot of creative effort going on in there. I just have to do it. Now that I started this way, I've got to finish this way, and you just have to do it. So I think I got the design done day before yesterday. Spent not a lot of time on it, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, probably 2 hours because all those mushrooms took time to draw. So probably 2 hours, then another hour to color it in. And first off, you see over here, my drawing program goes in layers. So I do the ink layer first, the line, and then I do the colors. But usually when I do the colors, I separate it all up. The red goes on one layer, the green goes on another layer, the light green goes on another layer, so forth. Because you can see here, the color I use for the stems here, that is on a separate layer. That's how I would have done it. And having done it that way, I would have had an easier time when I needed to start doing the shading and stuff like that. So first of all, I don't like this at all. Once I got the colors in, I started putting in the dots. I'm like, I do not like this. But I think the dots are actually on a separate layer. So I can remove the dots, I guess. Maybe I could redo the dots. But I'm at a point now where I've invested 2.5 hours into this. And if I remove these dots now and go at it at a different angle, first of all, I screwed up, so I can't really separate the colors. So I can't just pull out the red without doing a bunch of fandangling. I can just pull out the dots, but then I'm going to put dots back because these are the kinds of mushrooms that have dots in them. So maybe less dots. I don't know. But should I invest any more time in on this? I mean, nobody's making me do it. It's not for a client. It was a whim I had. I like doing things as exercises, so I kind of feel like I need to finish it, even though I really don't like the way it looks. But I'll tell you what, spend 2 hours on something you don't like the way it looks, knowing that it's not going to look good when you're done. It's not fun, even as an exercise. So I'm reluctant. So I'm reluctant to work on this any further. But yeah, without the color in there, it looks pretty cool, I think. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm at on this. Why don't you guys, I've got something else to work on. So why don't you guys tell me if you think I should keep going with this, if I should remove the dots, or if the dots look fine to you. What I'd probably do is take out some of the smaller dots and just use the larger dots, separate them up some more. I don't know. I'm really unsure. But if you think I should keep going, let me know in the comments. And, I just wanted to point out that, when you're making art, it doesn't look good until you're done. And that's how you know you're done, because it looks good. So it's kind of troubling when you're working on a piece of art and it looks like crap the whole time you're working on it, and you're putting hours, in on a project. And finally, you're 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 2 weeks into it, and you're like, okay, that looks like the thing it should have looked like, and I like it. Sometimes I'll get to a point where I'll get to, I'll be done with the project, and I'll go, I got something exactly. Hold on. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So here's just a perfect example. Let's get some light in on here. Let's get some light in on this. Okay, here's a perfect example. I had a great idea for this clown jar. It's for oregano. I had a neat idea for this clown jar. Actually, I might still work on this now that I'm looking at it again. The elements are there. All the elements are there, but I hate it. I hate it. There's so many things that I hate about it. I can't even get into it with you. But it took me a long time to do. And when I was done with it, I'm like, that's terrible. So there's a lot of good ideas in here, and they just didn't mesh well. I made the lips too low. The hat looks funny. So there's a lot I like about it, and I'd like to go back and try it again. But what if it sucks again? What if I spend many an hour, because I got to make all these little bumps. I got to make all these bumps individually with my fingers. So, I spend 2 hours making another one and it still sucks. Ugh, right? So that's where I'm at with this. A lot of times, the goal is to finish a project. Start it and finish it. That's what I had some trouble doing for a long time. Now I'm able to start a project, get all the way through it, finish it, and have it be a finished work. And with this, I actually liked it all the way I was going. All the time I was working on it, I liked it until I was done with it. And I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, I don't know. I have other projects to work on. Sometimes I'll just set this aside. Now this has been set aside for a while now. I got a bunch of these jars in anticipation of making these cool things, but they're just not cool. So I'll get back to it. I'll make another one of these. Hopefully it'll look better. The nice thing about screwing it up is I can set it there and look at it and go, I see where I screwed this up. Let me fix this time. So at least the second time I know where my mistakes are, and hopefully I'll be able to fix them. So that's it. So that's it. Failure. That's the thing. You're failing all the way until you're done failing. Then you're done. So yeah, that is it. So I'll get some more videos out when I get some more videos out. I'm doing art. I'd get more videos out, but I'm doing art. Now there's these people on the TikToks and on the Instagrams, and all of their feeds are them doing art and stuff. And I'm wondering who's hovering around them with the camera the whole time they're doing art. Because when I'm doing art, I can't be setting up cameras and making sure the shot's right, making sure I'm staying in the shot. Got to stay in the shot, boys. I'm just working. So I'd like to get more content out, but I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it. So you'll get it when I'm done making it, is what's going to happen with that. Because now I got to fix this mushroom thing. I don't know how long that's going to take. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to another project and then come back to the mushroom thing. Because I think there's a solid idea here. I might have to go back to a formula and really break the mushrooms up so that they're not so tight together. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to step onto another project. Probably come back to this next because I've got a use for this. If I can crack it, I got a use for it. So that is it. Art is 90% failure and 10% figuring out where you went wrong. So until next time, Godspeed, Earthlings.